We're back with Ohio Governor and former Republican presidential candidate John Kasich in town for the Republican Governors Conference, and he also met with President Trump on Friday. Governor, you met with the president to talk about health care. Where do you think he is in his thinking about reforming the Affordable Care Act?
Well, I kind of outlined for him the things that I thought would work. I mean, the program needs reformed. I mean, if you look over on the exchange side, some of these companies are melting down, and you don't want to have all the exchanges collapse. And you also don't want to be in a position of where you don't cover these 20 million Americans. You have to make sure that you have a system that's reformed, that's more affordable, and is going to work, but we're just not going to pull the rug out from under people. He listened intently to me, got Secretary Price on the phone, right? We were there, the two of us, and here's what I think the problem is. The question is, are Democrats going to work with Republicans to fix this system? What I'm hearing is no. You Republicans didn't work with us when we did Obamacare. We're not going to work with you. And that's kind of like fifth grade stuff, because what's at risk are all these people who are now getting coverage, and we don't want to see it denied to them.
I guess Democrats would say, but they just want to repeal it. They don't want to fix it. They just want to take the. What's your sense of that in terms of the president's thinking?
Look, I can't read his mind, but I felt it was very positive. He responded very positively to a number of the ideas I had. And the fact of the matter is, you can't just repeal without repealing and replacing at the same time. It just becomes a political impossibility, and there's no reason to do it any other way than that.
I wonder what you make of what former Speaker John Boehner said recently.
But most of the Affordable Care Act, in the framework, is going to stay there. I shouldn't have called it repeal and replace, because that's not what's going to happen. They're basically going to fix the flaws and put a more conservative box around it.
Do you agree with that characterization about it?
I think he's pretty close to where, if it gets done. I mean, there's going to be a problem in the House of getting anything out of there that still provides coverage to people. That's why the Republicans have to reach out to some of the Democrats. I don't know whether this is going to happen.
Explain that problem to me.
Well, because I think there are some very conservative Republicans in the House who are going to say, just get rid of the whole thing. And, that's not acceptable when you have 20 million people or 700,000 people in my state. Because where do the mentally ill go? Where do the drug addicted go? And look, I don't understand everything that's going on with these town halls, but what I think it's having an impact from the standpoint of, hey, the people are watching. I don't think they mind reform, but don't take everything away. John, let me tell you, the Republicans can go and do what they want, and I'm going to talk to them. But at the end of the day, I'm going to stand up for the people that wouldn't have the coverage if they don't get this thing right. And I happen to believe that the best way to get this right over time is for actually both parties to work together. I know that's considered an impossibility now, but what's at stake is not some political thing. What's at stake here are 20 million Americans.